It happened at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. The crowd was waiting for feeding time. Cameras were out. Then Punch disappeared under the water. For weeks, the world had been watching him heal. The baby monkey with the orange plushie who'd been rejected by his mother. He'd become the internet's collective heartbreak, then its hope. 2 days earlier, the zoo announced he was using the toy less, socializing with adult monkeys. Everyone wanted to believe the hard part was over. But on a Friday afternoon in early March, someone bit his neck and dropped him into the pool. The question everyone's been asking since then is simple. Was this just monkey business, or was Punch targeted? Because if you watch the footage closely, if you track the timeline, if you listen to what the people who've been watching him every single day are saying, the answer gets a lot more complicated than the zoo would like you to believe. Punch was born on July 26th of last year at Ichikawa City Zoo, about an hour east of Tokyo. Named after Monkey Punch, the manga artist who created Lupin III. His mother rejected him almost immediately. The keepers suggested the summer heat wave played a role. High-stress environment. New mother. Exhaustion. Punch ended up bottle-fed and hand-raised, given a plush orangutan toy from IKEA to teach him how to cling. Clinging is how baby macaques survive. You cling to your mother. Learn the rules. Watch how the troop works. Punch got a stuffed animal. On January 19th, the keepers introduced him to Monkey Mountain. 60 Japanese macaques. Rocky terrain. A social hierarchy he had no training to navigate. In February, a video surfaced showing an adult monkey dragging Punch by his leg. 11 million views in one day. The hashtag started, "Hang in there, Punch." IKEA Japan donated 33 more toys. Google added a search animation. The zoo's visitor count doubled. Punch became the most famous macaque on the planet. The zoo posted updates. He's eating on his own, playing with other babies, not being scolded, doing well. And for a while, it seemed true. But here's what people watching him daily started to notice. The incidents followed a pattern. Always afternoon. Always before feeding time. And according to some accounts, always the same monkey. Feeding time at Monkey Mountain is 3 p.m. competition is highest. Tensions flare. Younger animals who don't know the social rules, who wander too close to the wrong monkey at the wrong moment, get pushed aside. It's normal primate behavior. Dominance assertion. Boundary enforcement. Keepers will tell you it's not bullying, it's education. But on March 7th, it escalated. Visitor footage captured it. A larger monkey approached Punch near the pool's edge. There was a bite to the neck. Then Punch was in the water. One user posted the video within minutes. Punch was attacked and dropped into the water before dinner. Worried he might be injured since his neck was bitten, another account shared footage showing the larger monkey biting Punch's neck and pushing him in. The zoo's response came hours later. They said Punch appeared to fall into the pool before feeding. By 5 p.m., he was playing with young monkeys. By evening, eating and running around indoors. The usual energetic Punch, they said. No injury detected. But the footage tells a different story. Not a fall. A push. Not an accident. An act. When you pair that with reports from the days before, a picture forms. March 5th, Zoo posted that Punch was making progress, using his toy less, socializing more. March 6th, another incident. March 7th, the pool. One fan account, analyzing videos over 3 days, noted the conflicts followed the same script. Same time, same location, same outcome. Punch, isolated, wet, or shaken. The account urged closer monitoring, writing that he's still very young and may struggle to navigate the troop's complex hierarchy. Another user went further, suggesting the attacks represented organized hounding by a specific family lineage, that targeting the neck to drop him into water went beyond ordinary dominant struggles. That's where the line gets blurry. Is it bullying? Is it discipline? Primatologists will tell you macaque society is hierarchical and hand-raised young animals often face rejection because they don't know the rules. They wander into wrong spaces, approach wrong individuals, miss social cues every other monkey would recognize. The correction is swift. A shove, a bite, a loud vocalization. It looks harsh to us, but in macaque terms, it's functional. It maintains order. Punch didn't grow up with that education. So when he steps into the wrong spot, he doesn't know what he's done wrong. He just knows he's being hurt. The question is whether what happened on March 7th crossed a line, whether it was correction or cruelty, whether the same monkey doing it 3 days in a row suggests intent or just unfortunate timing. The zoo hasn't identified the monkey involved. They haven't confirmed the pattern. What they confirmed is that Punch was checked, showed no injury, and by day's end was behaving normally. Which sounds reassuring until you remember Punch has spent most of his short life behaving normally right after being pushed around. He's resilient. But resilience doesn't mean he's safe. It just means he keeps getting back up. By early evening, two other monkeys approach Punch. Their names are Mo and Momiage. Over recent weeks, they've become his protectors, or at least companions. That evening, after the pool, after the keeper check, they were seen hugging him. That video went viral too. Thousands commenting that Punch finally had friends, that he wasn't alone, that this proved things were better. Maybe they are. Maybe Mo and Momiage are what Punch needs. But that hug raises another question. If Punch has allies now, does he also have enemies? Macaque troops aren't just hierarchies. They're networks of families, alliances, rivalries. And if a hand-raised baby with no family ties suddenly gets attention from two mid-ranking individuals, that shifts dynamics. It can make him safer, or a target for someone who doesn't like the shift. People who watch daily have started mapping relationships. Who grooms who sits with who moves away when Punch approaches. What they're seeing is not random, but a recognizable pattern. Punch approaches the wrong monkey, gets corrected, retreats, tries again, gets corrected harder, retreats to Mo and Momiage. The cycle repeats. The pool incident might not have been the first time it turned physical. It was just the first time it got captured in a way that couldn't be explained away as a stumble or fall. A bite to the neck, a push into water, in front of a crowd, in the afternoon. That's not subtle. That's a message. Whether it's a message to Punch or the rest of the troop, we don't know. But it happened in a way that made people rooting for him since February suddenly wonder if the Happy Zoo updates were telling the whole story. Here's what we know for certain. Punch ate dinner that night. He ran around. He played. He showed no visible injury. The keepers checked him. The zoo posted an update. And by the metrics they used to measure his well-being, he was fine. But fine is a relative term. Fine compared to what? Compared to being dragged by his leg in February? Compared to hiding in a cinder block with a stuffed toy pulled in after him for protection? Compared to spending his first weeks at Monkey Mountain completely alone? Yes, he's doing better than that. But better doesn't mean safe. And it doesn't mean the problem is solved. The zoo's position has been consistent. Reintegration takes time, and what looks like bullying to us is often just normal macaque behavior. They've said Punch is mentally strong, outgoing. The troop is not seriously aggressive toward him. And in many ways, that's probably true. No single monkey has shown sustained, serious aggression. Most interactions are brief. A shove here, a vocal warning there. By primate standards, relatively mild. But by the standards of a 7-month-old who was supposed to have a mother teaching him how to navigate this, it's a daily test he didn't ask for and wasn't prepared to take. What happens next depends on variables the zoo can't fully control. Whether Punch learns the social rules fast enough. Whether Mo and Momiage's presence gives him stability to build confidence. Whether the monkeys pushing him away start to accept him or continue seeing him as an outsider. Whether the daily crowds add stress or provide reassurance. Whether the stuffed orangutan becomes something he outgrows completely or returns to when things get hard. All of those factors are in motion. None guarantee a happy ending. The internet wants Punch to be okay. Millions checking for updates daily, refreshing the zoo's social media, watching fan accounts post translated keeper notes, analyzing every video for signs of improvement or decline. The emotional investment is real. Punch has become a symbol of something larger. Rejection, resilience, loneliness, the need to belong. Everyone who's felt like an outsider sees themselves in that little monkey dragging a plush toy twice his size across a rocky enclosure. When he gets pushed into a pool, it feels personal. It feels like proof the world is cruel, that sometimes you do everything right and still end up in the water. But here's the thing about symbols. They're easier to project onto than to help. Punch doesn't know he's famous. He doesn't know millions are rooting for him. He just knows that at 3 p.m. on a Friday, someone bit his neck and pushed him into a pool, and later that evening 2 monkeys hugged him, and by nighttime, he was eating dinner like nothing happened. That's his reality. Not the hashtags. Not the think pieces. Not the Google search animation. Just the daily work of trying to find a place in a world that didn't make space for him from the start. The zoo has committed to continuing his integration. They've said making radical changes now would upset the macaques and could lead to Punch being bullied more, not less. So the plan is to let the process play out. Monitor closely. Post updates. Trust that time and exposure will teach him what he needs to know. It's a reasonable strategy, probably the best option given the constraints. But it's also a gamble, because every day he's out there is another day something could go wrong. Another feeding time. Another afternoon. Another monkey who doesn't want him in their space. And if it happens again, if there's another incident that can't be explained away as normal behavior, the zoo will face harder questions. About whether Punch should have been introduced to the troop at all. About whether a hand-raised infant can ever fully integrate. About whether the decision to give him a stuffed toy and put him on Monkey Mountain was in his best interest or in the interest of a storyline the public wanted to see. Those questions don't have easy answers, but they're worth asking. Because Punch didn't choose any of this. He didn't choose to be born to a mother who couldn't care for him. He didn't choose to be raised by humans. He didn't choose to go viral. He's just a baby trying to survive in a troop that sees him as different. And every time he gets knocked down, the question isn't whether he'll get back up. He always does. The question is how many times he can keep doing it before something breaks. The footage from March 7th is still circulating. People are still debating what it means. The zoo is still posting updates. Mo and Momiage are still by his side. And Punch is still out there, somewhere between the stuffed orangutan he's learning to let go of and the troop he's learning to belong to, navigating a space that was never designed for someone like him. The next update could be good news. It could be another milestone. It could be proof that he's finally, truly accepted. Or it could be another afternoon at 3 p.m., another moment that makes the world hold its breath and wonder if this time will be different. We don't know yet, but we're all still watching.